Like a moth to a flame, it pulls us in. Next thing we know, we're in a now bear's den. Tomorrow, I know it all begins again. But where we're needed, we will go. And I'll roll the dice. Haven't you heard? The heroes have returned. Haven't you heard? The heroes have returned.
Hello, everyone. I'm Adam with Demiplane, and thank you for joining us for this week's Heroes of the Plains. We were not here last week, and everybody missed it quite a bit. We were all talking about how it felt like there was just something missing from our lives last week. So thank you for joining us here tonight for our triumphant return. Shout outs to some of our stream sponsors real quick. We have Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. And we have a chess code that you can see there on the screen. And as B-Dave tries to remind us that these are perfect for the verbal components for spells. So all you have to do is say them like they're kind of broken out there, and it's going to work for some kind of spell perfectly. Thank you, Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. We love this game, and many of the Heroes of the Plains are in that game. So check it out. Anytime, any chance that you get, just have it on in the background. It's kind of the point of the idle game. And so have it on all the time. Talon and Claw, check out chat for giveaway details. A little bit later, Talon and Claw make incredible products, wood, very high craftsmanship. I love seeing what they're doing. I know that they have a Kickstarter going on. I think it's still going on right now for some gemstone dice. Everything that they make looks incredible. I love seeing all the new things that they're coming up with. Yeah, they're very pretty. So check out chat for details about the giveaway a little bit later tonight. And then Sirenscape, all the sound you're going to be hearing is coming from Sirenscape because epic games need epic sound. And then one more shout out tonight for a stream that Demiplane is actually sponsoring that is in one of my favorite fictional settings of all time, Second Star to the Right. Again, Demiplane is sponsoring this. 5 unlikely heroes from this world and beyond are drawn to the mythical island of Neverland in a race against time to recover a fallen star. Second Star to the Right is a brand new D&D actual play adventure set in the world of Neverland. But this isn't just the fun and games Disney version of Peter Pan. Neverland is all grown up with twisted monsters, unexpected allies, and an island full of dark secrets for the heroes to uncover. Join them on Twitch every other Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time and catch the VOD on YouTube and podcast version on mobile each following week after that. You can visit www.secondstar.show. I didn't even know that was a domain. Type out there, but secondstar.show, and you can get more info about Second Star to the Right. We love what they're doing. They've got a great cast. Check them out when you get a chance as well. All right, Todd, turning it over to you.
Yeah, so lots of things have happened on Heroes of the Plains. Well, first off, Freely was tricked by the god of trickery, Loki, into stealing Thor's hammer. You all kind of participated in this action as well. You had been sent by the Norns to write the many timelines of the D&D multiverse, as there are multiple versions of all of you up to shenanigans because of all the wish spells, all the time travel that has been happening, and thus you find yourselves in an intervale between two glaciers, and you've discovered a Netherese vessel of some kind, of a massive, huge size, and going inside, knowing through the powers of Orkira Ildrex that there is, in fact, the hammer of Thor inside, as you are trying to get it back for him as a make good for stealing it in the first place. You
or
found bags.
possibly keep it for ourselves.
You're right. Totally valid.
Not 100 on this guy, you know.
That's a later conversation.
Yeah, right. But we got to get it before we decide if we're going to steal it again. Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
Dungeon Master is not going to force you to do the right thing. And clearly that never works. So as you are approaching closer and closer to Mjolnir, you found a series of very happy corpses, which was disconcerting. They all had big smiles, and then you saw the bags, the glowing eyes of bags of devouring. But instead of trying to devour you, they tried to bite onto your head and did so to the multiple dead bodies around you. And suddenly, painfully, with the sound of breaking torn muscle and sinew from being frozen for hundreds of years, these bodies suddenly jumped up and started coming for all of you in nightmarish fashion, and only the way something pseudo-undead, but maybe not quite, can walk as if it's never walked before on legs that should not be walking. And everyone roll initiative.
Why does it always have to be in nightmarish fashion? Why can't it be in, like, you know, daydream
Delightful
fashion?
fashion.
I only have one mode. It's
Again,
nightmare mode.
I already missed out on the plains of ice cream and milkshake, so you know I just.
It has been exactly 1 year since someone lost an arm. Don't make me change the deal.
I would be really worried if it was, it's in wonderful, joyous fashion. Roll initiative. I think that would actually be worse.
That's more upsetting.
True.
Yeah.
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 Do you want our initiatives in chat? Do you want someone to?
I would like
out?
them in chat very much, yes, because
Okay.
I am not good at keeping track of things. That's why I'm a dungeon master and I get paid for it. I'm a creature of imagination, not numerical order. All right, we got a 10 for Briv.
That's a 22 for the lucky boy.
You're out of control. You need to.
I mean, it's time to do violence. Of course, he's gonna move
I'm
fast.
the one with the +8 initiative, and you still beat me.
What'd you get?
19.
Well, I only have +5, but I have advantage.
Oh,
How are you getting advantage?
how?
My shield.
Oh,
Alyndra, what'd you get?
16. It's in chat.
Oh, okay.
all right. So
I'm
we
in the
got
wrong chat.
16, and
We're
if
chatting
you-
all over the place.
Yeah, go ahead and
Demiplane
type
has too
it.
many chat options.
B-Dave, can you
like-
type your initiative in there as well?
I did. Oh, sorry. I put it in game chat, not party chats. No, wait. No, I put it. Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
Widdle,
put
what
it-
did you get? Because I've
Right.
got everybody's, and I can put them in order if that will make life easy.
Perfect. Thank you.
We've got this
All
figured
right.
out.
So yeah, we totally got this figured out.
That's great.
you know,
Freely's going first.
let me just ask, since we're using Demiplane, and Demiplane is a fantastic tool for gaming with your friends over the interwebs.
This is also true.
What is the functional difference between game chat, party chat, and player chat? Like, what are they? Where?
That is an excellent question, Dave. And for game, everybody that's currently in the game can see the game chat. There's also a GM option where the player can just message the GM in that case. And party chat is a place where you can put things that you don't want the GM to see. So you can talk to the party without the GM being able to know what's going on. Now, we're a little bit messed up because administratively for the stream, I think that I am currently the GM. So I'm seeing what's coming through that because I'm also an admin. So, but yes, that is typically what happens there. So the party chat is a way for you to plot and scheme.
Got it. To
without
conspire
the
actively.
game
Good.
master knowing. Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
Okay,
Perfect.
so we should all be using game chat, and I've put the initiative sans bad bag people into the game chat. There you go, Todd. You're
Perfect.
welcome.
I appreciate it. Okay, so B-Dave, you freely goes first.
I was about to say, I don't know who this B-Day fellow is. Okay, so what's the light situation like in here, in this cave?
There's just kind of a glow. There's like several like kind of glow globes that are actually attached inside of the walls themselves.
Would we describe the situation as dim light?
Yes, I would.
When all of this starts happening, I just say, okay, all right, hey, Widdle, you want to see a trick I learned?
Yeah, of course.
And he holds his hands up and pulls them apart, and a blade of shadow appears in his hand.
Whoa! I didn't know you had that.
New acquisition, Shadow Blade. And I'm going to, is one of them nearby?
One of them is absolutely nearby.
I'm going to go ahead and attack twice with my Shadow Blade. I'm going to cast it at level 3.
How are you attacking twice?
I have the attack action. I have 2 attacks per attack action.
Perfect.
My boy's growing up. Yeah. Yep. So go ahead and lay it on him once. Let's see.
And specifically, what are you trying to hit? Are you trying to hit the bag, or are you trying to hit the body?
If I have the option of attacking the bag, I'll attack the bag.
Okay.
That is going to be a 25 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
All right. And let me roll the second attack here, because we get that out of the way before I switch. That's going to be a 27 to hit. I guess those are 2 hits, huh?
Yes.
I'm gonna drop 1 smite on this thing, because let's just see. Kind of, we're gonna test him out. I'm doing this for you, Briv. I'm gonna run a little experiment.
A little bit of experimentation to decide.
Okay. All right. So that is going to be. These are not undead, or well, are they undead?
No, they are not technically.
Okay. So on the first one is going to be. Oh, I was supposed to roll with advantage on that. Never mind, but that's all right. A hit's a hit. Like, I'm going to re-roll them both, just in case either's a 20.
Yeah.
The first one's a 22.
Okay.
22 damage, rather. 22
Oh my
damage.
god, okay.
Yeah. Is it still standing?
No, something.
Bags don't stand.
Something
I mean, it's a
more
bag.
awful. So you strike the bag itself, and it shrieks. You see 6 eyes is kind of glow red, angrily at you, shocked as you strike it, and it just opens its mouth wider, and the entire body just goes whoom into the bag and disappears, and the bag just rolls up tight.
I did not consent to this. Is the bag within range to hit it again?
It is.
Then no, I'm going to drop the second one on the bag as well. And I'm going to go ahead and put a second smite on that too.
You hear that vump as the whole body goes up inside of it, almost as it's... And the bag seemed to like take lots of damage and then suddenly heal at the same time.
Something's wrong. And then I hit it again.
Longer than that?
The second one is at 21 points of damage.
Second one is 21 points of damage. Everyone in the room, I need a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Okay.
Do we get a plus anything for being
If you're near Briv, it's +4.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to have to manually add the... Oh, I'm going to need it. Okay, that's going to be...
20 on the die.
You know what? You know what?
Oh, what does that mean?
Oh, sorry.
Well,
Go
it
ahead,
means it's
Briv.
a 27, Todd.
But also...
How dare you, sir?
But we're also going to get some multiversal magic rolling on the table. So pay attention to chat, and somebody's going to roll something that's going to give Briv something really great, or really bad, or really meh. So we're going to see how that goes.
I used a point of luck to re-roll, got a 1, halfling luck, re-rolled, my result is still 10. So whatever this is, I'm meant to get hit by it in my face. Because I have +8 to dex.
You're also going to get one of those chaos rolls, right? Because then we decide if you get a 1.
Yeah, if you get 1, you
even
got
as a
1.
Even if with the halfling luck, yeah.
Yep. Yep.
2 chaos rolls going
Yep.
on.
So,
All right, so
Freely's about to eat whatever's about to happen.
who failed 15?
Nah.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Oh, what is wrong with all of you?
And thou wert standing next to Briv, and this
I
still
was standing.
happened?
Yeah. My 5 didn't get me very far, and so your +4 didn't quite get me there.
Everyone who failed takes 25 force damage. Everyone who didn't takes half. Rounded down.
Wow.
12.
Killing these is a problem.
I'm not killing them. It's probably a
gets hit
bigger.
by this blast wave as the entire bag of devouring explodes. Eyes shoot out little pieces of gems that make up its magical form, and even its fangs embed into Freely because he's the closest one. And Briv is like 12.
Freely's not looking too good. He's like ice is falling on him. He's got blown up by this thing.
We went down a ice slide.
Yeah. That is well, actually, Todd, I will leave it up to you because I didn't say it, but my turn is not over. But could I use the defensive flourish? It doesn't affect anything mechanically. It's just whether or not I'm.
Yeah, you go ahead and do it. Yeah.
All right. Great.
And describe it.
Oh, the defensive flourish is going to add 3 to my AC. I already killed it, so it doesn't matter. But it's swords up, protecting himself.
Gotcha. And now, Penelope Half-Pint, what are you doing? You got a stern look about you.
Oh, that's because I don't know what to do.
That makes me stern as well.
I'm confused. I just look like I know everything.
Question. Does anybody remember if I'm still a giant badger? Or did I pop out?
No, you're no longer a giant badger.
Okay, just checking. In that case...
I love this game.
Yeah.
Another question. As a druid, I must know how big this room is.
You do know, yes, you are. You are constantly kind of like, all right, well, this is what I could probably turn into, when you go into like any type of room. Yes, you're aware.
Okay, how big is this room?
It's very big. It's actually quite large.
Okay, final question.
These are all good questions that I want to know too, so don't feel bad.
How many enemies are there?
There are 4 left right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's less fun. No, Penelope is going to do something cool. I can get okay.
I have zero doubt.
We can't wait to hear about it.
I know. Penelope's just gonna lean forward and she says, okay, let's just pick them up one at a time. She's gonna pick a flea out of her hair and toss it at one of the bags, and the flea is just going to erupt into more fleas as she casts infestation.
Okay. What kind of save is it?
It is a Constitution saving throw. DC 16.
It fails?
Oh, goody! So it's going to take... Ooh, really? Oh, no, go away, don't go away. 11 points of... What is that type of damage?
Flea damage.
Flea damage! And then it is going to move in a random direction 5 feet. And that's going to be in a random direction, which is east. It's going to move 5... It's going east, okay?
Okay, it's heading eastward, which who knows where that is. Weird thing happens as you infest this creature, part bag, part man, bagman. The eyes glow brightly as it's like clamped over the neck, and its eyes are actually all along the neckline as it's like sunk its teeth into the neck of this dead corpse. It sees the fleas crawling into the body, and immediately the bag just nopes and pushes itself off the head and runs.
Wow.
And the dead body just falls down onto the ground.
By what mechanism?
By what mechanism? What?
Is the bag running?
Yes.
It's got little tiny,
I don't.
Got a bag with me? It's got little tiny, it uses its corners. It's just like,
like field day back in elementary school when you're in the potato sack.
Yeah, it's just got little corners, and it's wiggling its tiny bag butt, and it's trying to make a run for it.
Bags have butts?
Bag butt. Okay, that's my favorite.
We're all bags, and we all have
bags,
butts.
and I cannot lie.
Oh no, you're right.
Baby's got bag.
Notice, every man is a bag. Filled with water.
This is not my bag.
Okay, everybody, I found their weakness. It's bugs. Good luck. That's it.
No.
Like,
Alyndra?
Freely's like burned with teeth sticking out of him. He's like, I didn't think to try bugs. Okay.
Why am I itchy all of a sudden?
I don't have any bugs. But
Well,
I do have this, and I cast Storm Sphere. So centering it on the bulk of the bags and avoiding our folks as much as possible. Anything nearby must make a strength saving throw, please, or take some damage.
I rolled a natural 20. Yeah.
Hey, more chaos. DM chaos?
So much chaos.
So one critically succeeds. The other two fail.
All right. And then I will also make the attack with the lightning bolts from it. But first, so the ones that failed will take 8 damage.
And what type of damage is that?
That is bludgeoning damage as the winds swirl and begin to just surround the area. And then using my bonus action, I will cause a bolt of lightning to leap from the center of the sphere toward the creature that is the bag that is fleeing.
Mm-hmm.
And I get to make a ranged spell attack on it. So
Okay.
17 to hit.
17 does hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. And it is 46. That is
And Orkira, you are on deck.
22 points of damage.
So, what would normally be normal in this case, the bolt of lightning shoots out from the very center of the storm sphere, but it forks against your intention. You said 22 damage?
Mm-hmm.
So the one fork goes to one of the bodies and strikes, and electricity strikes into the body and burns, and you can kind of smell the smell of burning flesh in the room. But the other fork of lightning immediately goes upwards towards the ceiling to a small little sphere, and the entire room lights up and powers up. And now you are in bright light. It is constantly flickering though, on and off, on and off. It is a strobing effect. So you find yourself freely, if you were wondering, you are finding yourself in dim light to extremely bright light every other second.
Mm-hmm.
So the attack that hit didn't hit the thing I was targeting at all?
It did target, yeah. It took 11 points of damage. The
I
rest
was
of the
targeting
electricity.
the bag, not the body, though.
Yes, both. Yeah,
Like,
it
no,
hit.
the
It
bag
hit the
that
bag.
hit the bag that had jumped off of the body, because you said it hit a body.
Ah, yes, the one that jumped off the body. You struck that one. Yes,
Okay, yeah.
but it's still forked. So,
Okay.
all right, duly noted. Now we've got Orkira. What are you doing?
Penelope,
Dragonborn
why
and
did
Cleric
this-
of Resurrection.
You say that like I suddenly need to resurrect people. Okay.
Getting close. Getting close.
I would like to move so that I'm within 30 feet of all of my friends, and I'm going to pull out my book, and I'm going to use one of my channel divinities to do Explosion of Life. And so from me, kind of in a subwoofer-like effect to go along with the flashing lights, a sphere of bright light emanates from me that is fire, and everybody's going to get a d8 of temporary hit points, and I'll roll that now. So everybody gets 5 temporary hit points, and you are resistant to fire damage in case that comes up. Because.
Okay.
So the temporary hit points stay with you at the beginning of my next turn. If you're within 30 of me, I get to roll it again, and we can see if they either supersede or come back, but you get 5 temporary hit points now. And then as my bonus action, what's left? It's 2 of them are left? 2 bags?
There's 2 animated ones. No, there's 3 animated ones still up. They're still up, and one's crawling away.
Okay. The one that's crawling away, how far away is it?
Yeah, it's not getting too far away yet. It's not within melee range, but it's trying to get down the tunnel.
Okay.
That's the one that Alyndra struck with lightning.
Is it trying to go back the way we came, or
Oh yeah,
forward?
it's trying to go back with the way it came.
So to an area we haven't been yet.
Absolutely.
Okay, then I'm not going to do anything for my bonus action. I'm going to stay close by my friends, and that's all.
Okay. All
and
right.
so now there is a subwoofer and a it's going on.
All right. I'm thinking a 3 does not hit Widdle. I'm thinking a 20 does. Briv, does a 20 hit you?
Everything for at least, I would say, the next 22 hours that attacks Briv is at disadvantage because of multiversal magic last time we played.
Oh, yeah.
Where did that get posted? Under game instead of party?
Possibly.
Okay, yeah.
A plethora of chat options.
It's under game.
It's under game.
Okay. All right.
Where it should be.
Yeah, that one definitely fails. And one attempts to strike Penelope Half-Pint.
How dare you?
Does a 22 hit?
Yes.
Hey, Penelope, how much does it hit by? This is important. I'm serious.
It is truly important.
What's your
it is
AC?
13 points of damage for
It's
bludgeoning.
14. There's no way you're kidding.
40, 50, 70, okay, no, then I can't do anything. Sorry.
How much damage?
13.
Okay. What type of damage?
Bludgeoning.
Okay.
All right, now we are on Priv.
All right, so how many? 3 left right now?
Yeah.
Bags? All right, so can I move to where I could potentially reach 2 of them? Like within melee range?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's where I'm going to go. And actually, thanks to, let's see, who did this insanity? So yeah, from KPL here, you see as Briv begins to move forward, he starts to hum kind of loudly at first, and then finally he just breaks into it, and he's like, "I'm still marrow, yeah. Huzzah, have at thee, knave. I'm still marrow, yeah. I aim to misbehave. I'll put thee in thy grave." And then I'm going to attack the bag that is closest to me.
I became a paladin to be like you, but you became a bard to be like me. This is great.
Oh, I heard Big Hellclaw singing that song a while back. I didn't know that was about you.
Because on the multiversal magic table, inexplicably, I have a theme song now, and I am compelled to hum or sing it whenever I take an action.
Oh boy.
This has been true, actually.
Good thing you actually have a theme song.
Right?
Yeah, that's convenient.
We're prepared for these outcomes. All right, so the first attack was an 18. Does that hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay, and the second one was a 19. So I'm assuming that does if 18 does. All right. Yeah. Okay.
You hear your voice. How loud are you? Is this preternatural? Is this magical? Would you say?
So the theme song Compulsion is magical, and on the question of loudness, it's Briv. So
do you feel that? Yeah. Like on the class.
I mean, it resonates.
Say that somehow, like the resonance is also magical as well. And as you do so, you hear almost like a tuning fork-like sound as you are singing, and the entire room vibrates.
I did that. Did thou see it?
I can hear it.
So
Yeah,
I am
that was
going
pretty
to.
cool.
The first one ends up doing 15 points of slashing damage, but I do like. Is it still up after that?
No, you slice right through the sternum.
Of the bag, or
you're heading for the bag. Yeah, it doesn't have a sternum, but you slice into it, and it
has a butt.
yelps. It does have a butt.
It yelps, but it still
walking
seems like it's
mechanisms.
wriggling or something.
Oh, its eyes are dimming.
Okay,
And
so
eyes.
so I was just trying to decide if I was smiting or not. So I'm not
Just
going to
slice the
smite.
sternum.
I'm going to take a little bit of a chance there and save smites for Loki. So that's going to be another 16 points of damage on that one.
To the same one? Yeah, you
Yes.
slice right through it, and it drops to the ground, and the head is in half.
Okay, and then I just turn, and then I, as I'm looking at the other bag, I just go, yeah, and That is all for me.
Excellent. Okay. Now I believe it is Widdle's turn. Am I correct?
We have real quick another multiversal magic, because in case it happens to be Dave, we just had someone. He also has disadvantage on all rolls against him for the next 24 hours.
Nice. Oh, that's gonna be useful. Oh.
This is when we take on Loki. This is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. The gods are with us.
Okay. Perfect. Widdle, what are you up to?
So can you just recap what's still remaining in this room? There's 2 bags of holding. Is there a
there's
body?
one there's one running down the corridor as best it can, very slowly, and you got 2 left that have corpses. So 2 corpses with bags.
Are there also still bugs in the room?
Those bugs are just the infestation spell cast by Penelope Half-Pint. So they've infested the body, but that's it. They're not really a factor necessarily.
Does Widdle
unless you want to eat them.
No, I do not. Does Widdle see the bugs?
You do see the bugs. Everyone
Okay.
sees the bugs. It's always gross. I don't know how everyone feels about it when Penelope does this. Sometimes it's kind of a trigger.
Ooh, protein.
Widdle.
That's how Orkira reacts.
Widdle really doesn't like bugs.
Oh.
So she's just gonna go ahead and take care of that bug problem and cast Fireball. And then she is going to sculpt spell, click her heels, run super fast, and move all of her friends out of the way.
All right, can you please describe exactly what's going on?
You just see Widdle staring at the bugs. She doesn't really seem too concerned about the bags. And you see her take out, it looks like a piece of gum, but it smells really bad. And she puts it in her blunderbuss and shoots one fire at the body that's currently being infested with bugs. And you just see within a 20-foot range, the room just get engulfed in the fire. And then you see Widdle kind of in slow motion, like, oh no. And then she just goes super fast and starts moving all of her friends out of the way.
Okay. This happens to all the bugs, all Penelope, all your bugs just scream out as they like explode in the fire. And they're like, we were just made alive, but we were going to die anyways.
Wait, did you just say the bat guano was like chewing gum?
It looks like a stick of gum in that kind of white waxy paper.
I've learned so much about bat guano in the course of our streams.
This is why. This is why we're playing, Adam.
Don't chew it though. Do not chew the guano.
Do not chew it.
You know.
Yeah, we're gonna have a special video on the Kenrecks specifically about bat guano coming up. It's gonna be great. So the fire just kind of encompasses all of you, and it is terrifying because instinctually this is definitely this is the part where your back irises get tighter normally when you see a fireball go off. But yeah, Widdle runs around you, pushes the fire away from you, or puts you into a different section of the room for just a moment, and then puts you right back as the flames erupt and kind of flow over the entire room. The other, go and roll your damage. Actually, well, go and roll your damage because it's
48.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, 48 total?
48 total.
Fireball for the win.
Ash. Just ash. Just everything goes poof, and just starts descending, and the fireball also gets the bag that was running away at the same time. There is the faint smell of bat guano.
That is the appropriate response to being eaten by a bag. Thank you, Widdle.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's why I cast Fireball.
Hast
Is
thou
everyone
heard our
okay?
history with bags?
Yeah, it's very fascinating. I mean, it's really just a lot of bags try to eat us.
Yeah.
They eat us,
That's
and
it.
then we spend decades
More
sometimes
traumatic than
in
the
other dimensions.
Fascinating, but
Yeah. But that was awesome.
Yeah, we took care
Well
of them
done.
fast.
Huzzah.
We did, right? Like, is there anything left, or?
There's nothing left
Okay.
but ash. The room is still flickering, and as the clumps of ash, they're almost like snow, are dropping around you. It is eerie because, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here. It's a very strange strobing effect of things falling from the ceiling.
I'd like to go to the nearest wall and prestidigitate it 4 or 5 times and see if like the ice gives way to metal.
Yes. You can. It's kind of like using a really terrible scraper, but you are able to kind of like get to something that is metal.
Okay, so couple things. Orkira, I may be dying. Second of all, this is not a normal cave. There's metal under here. I guess that explains the electric lights.
Usually you might be dying is not then. There's not something else after that. Hold on a second.
If thou art dying, let me use mine healing abilities first, because we shall likely need thine more later on, Orkira.
I'll take that as a compliment, but okay. I mean,
Very well,
we'll
freely.
probably need all of our healing, but sure.
Freely,
Yeah.
Come here.
All right.
Here.
Hey, no, that was an awesome song, man. Yeah,
I thank thee. I did not write it, but I did.
You commissioned someone to write you a theme song? That's amazing.
And it wasn't me? What?
Bards sing of mine exploits all the time. So, I mean, I commissioned no one. I certainly did not pay them 50 gold pieces.
Well,
to,
I'm just saying, Penelope Half-Pint, Won't You Be My Friend is a banger, though.
I have heard this one.
Yeah.
We are all becoming famous.
Yeah. But
how hurt are thee, Freely? On a scale of 1 to however many abstract health collection.
I'm about I'm under half here. I'm under half.
Thou art hurting, and so I'm going to keep going all the way up to, oh goodness, at this point 60.
Oh, I don't need that many.
Okay.
I need 40.
I'm gonna keep just dupe.
A little more.
Dupe.
A little more.
Boop. Until I get to 40.
I just imagine like you see like the wounds closing and a tooth pops out. You know, I'm like a little more. Yeah, okay.
That's
it. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that one's a scar. That's
but the problem is when I use lay on hands, it is an action. And so I have to sing my theme song the entire time.
We're all just jamming out. I've still got my thing up. I've still got my thing up for another minute. So if anybody lost their 5 temporary hit points, you've got 5 temporary hit points again.
Excellent. Yeah, my shadow sword's only gonna last about a minute too. So to tell you the truth, the moment he heals me up, I go running down the tunnel these things came from. Because if there's like a mama bag or something, I want to go ahead and kill it while I still got my sword. So
I will.
I'm like, I'm just like a NASCAR. Like Briv's like, yeah, go.
Orkira was looking at the light in the ceiling, was about to ask about that, and sees Freely and goes,
"Oh well, it was good while it lasted," and she'll fly after him.
I'm sure it'll still be wonderful when we're done with all of this. Yeah, and I do go down the hallway where the bag.
You all see Freely run down the hallway.
I'm coming.
I still have a few minutes on my boots of speed, so I'm gonna quickly catch up to Freely, but not go too far.
I have springs in mine heels. So I just take off running.
Alyndra's just standing there all by herself.
And how fast are you moving, and what are you moving on?
Who, Briv?
No, you.
Widdle.
Oh, 100 feet. And I'm moving on my boots of speed.
Yeah, Freely, you're running ahead as fast as you can, and then you just see, just upside down, probably on a ceiling, just Widdle with fanged teeth and glowing red eyes.
And no, that'll make for a really great song too. I think actually, yeah.
She spirals like a Hot Wheel or something like that. Over.
Right. I'm pushing a respectable 35, which is hauling for a halfling, you know.
As Widdle passes Freely, she just gives him the finger guns and casts Longstrider.
Can we not?
Yeah.
Do we have to rush forward, or did we just want to look in like a little bit further?
Penelope's just like in her
What
tiny little
question is
legs.
I was like, we won't kill them all before you get there. Yeah. I don't go any further than the next room. If it's a hall, I keep running, but if there's a room, I stop.
You get to this immense. Yeah, you enter into a room, pitch black.
Well, I've got Produce Flame up, so there's at least low light around us.
You have low light around you. You can see some wall and the entrance of the tunnel itself. But then you can't see anything. The light does not reach the size of the room.
Doesn't reach like when we encountered the globe that was actively eating the light, or it doesn't reach, it's just a large space?
I assume people are making some kinds of noises, but from the feel of the air, you are in an immense structure, an immense room.
I mean, y'all already know what. Well, wait. Who can just see? Can anyone see? Who's got dark vision?
It would be really nice to have someone with true sight on.
It would be really helpful, and I was actually, honestly, Alyndra, as Briv hears her coming down the hallway, I was actually about to say perhaps we should wait for Alyndra. I believe it is a good idea.
I would like the record to show I was just gonna light it up with Eldritch Blast and didn't. I didn't.
Good job, really.
I don't think that thou shouldst be commended for doing something normal freely. At least that's what I have been told many, many times.
Well, but you're supposed to reward the behavior you want to see, though, right? So it's this is me. Just just hustle up.
I was gonna reward your behavior, but you ran off.
I tap him one more time on the head and lay on hands for that last point.
I was
good freely.
I was just trying to get here before my sword, and then it just vanishes. Like, oh.
No. It does not.
Ooh! Oh! Ha ha ha!
And it's completely solid in your hand. Like, as the moment that it is about to fall apart, a spark of lightning strikes your hand and the actual shadow blade, and it becomes solid.
Where'd that lightning come from?
Thor?
Came from the floor.
Oh.
But it's
Briv like tiptoes backwards. He's made of metal. And
I don't budge. I wait for Alyndra. I'm like, I don't know if this is good for us or bad for us.
As I approach, I have true sight on. What
yes, you do.
I see?
Well, you see something odd that, first off, very clearly, Freely's sword is no longer made out of shadow or illusion. It is a sword made out of some black material that is almost completely dark, like Fanta Black. Or Vanta Black, I always say it wrong. Fanta Black is something else. It's a cool new drink. So don't distract me with that terrible theme song. So he's got a completely solid sword, and you are in a space that is only comparable to an arena, but is perfectly spherical. And you see in the very center of the room, floating, is Mjolnir.
For Alyndra, in a moment, I still am concentrating on the locate object. Do I feel it there? I won't see it, but
oh yeah, it's there, and the room goes completely dark. All around you, complete darkness. All light goes out.
I reignite
per a sudden surge of wild magic, perhaps from outside of your normal perspective, even beyond true sight. Everything goes dark.
Hey, I reignite my hand and I look at Alyndra. What'd you see?
It's still dark. Oh, yeah, no, it's still, you can't get the fire on. Yeah, you keep trying to produce flame and it doesn't do it.
The spell doesn't work?
Art thou broken?
Well, you can feel it in your hand, but it's not producing light.
Something's wrong. Alyndra, what'd you see?
It's a large spherical arena. Floating in the center is Thor's hammer. My immediate inclination is this is a trick.
Well, I can tell that the hammer is in that direction, but we also know that Loki knows we're coming. So I think your inclination is probably right.
True Sight is a 6th level spell.
Yes.
And it sees through magical and non-magical darkness and into multiple planes of existence.
You are fine. Yeah, you can see.
Okay.
Yeah, you're totally okay.
Can I see anything else in here?
You see ghosts.
What sort of ghosts?
Meandering, wandering. They don't seem to regard you, and they look so ancient and old that they have almost completely lost any humanoid form. They are almost gaseous at this point. Their faces are warped and twisted and kind of flutter as they move, but they seem utterly unaware of any physical realm.
Can I see their cause of death? Is that
No.
showing? No?
twisted. They're warped. Almost pieces of them are trailing behind them everywhere they go as they float around this room.
If I pop a detect magic, do I sense anything?
The whole room glows up, yeah.
What kind of magic?
Ooh, transmutation. And this weird sparkling of divine magic as well, coming off Mjolnir, but also the entire room. But some kind of twisted form of divine magic. The weave in this entire area seems wrong.
Which fits with what I was talking about with Netheril.
And the more you look at all these ghosts, the more they look like they had experienced some type of explosion. And then that became their permanent form.
Alyndra, what do thine elf eyes see?
More importantly, what does your true sight say?
It's been like 15 years and I still laugh.
It's like the same thing, right? She could do that because she's an elf, right? That's what I thought. Which is weird because I know most people that like read a lot, they got like bad eyes, but she reads a lot and her eyes get better. Like I don't know how that works.
Well, you see, the trick is not to actually have to look with your eyes. You look with magical senses, and it's a bit different. You don't have to. It's almost like developing new receptors in your eye.
She does read with her soul.
Yes.
Oh, if I can read without
That's a
my
good way
eyes,
to
like
describe it,
yeah,
yes.
like sign me up for that. Like if I don't have to read the books, and I can just know the stuff. Yeah, sure.
Is that like when you put the book under your pillow and then you sleep on top of it?
Does that work?
Am I supposed to be doing that?
I was told I could learn through osmosis, and I've tried, but it doesn't really work. Or at least maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know.
Can you imagine how much you could get done?
Well, that was the thought, but it hasn't worked yet. Anyway, what do you think?
Speaking of getting something done, yeah.
I'm really scared. It's really dark in here, and I'm in a room.
I put my hand on Penelope's shoulder.
Okay, thank you.
I think that this is one of the enclaves of Netheril.
You said that like it should mean something, and I'm
I
pretty
still
sure.
feel like there's another sentence that
Yeah.
actually says
So
it.
I had
You're with
started
the
to
wrong
explain
audience
that
here.
Netheril was the ancient magical empire.
Oh, right.
Far,
The
far,
metal
far
in my
back.
bones.
And there were different. It was floating cities and such, and various cities in natural places as well. They called their cities enclaves. This would seem to perhaps be one, but they had the things that allowed the cities to fly were these devices called mythalars that concentrated magic.
Yes, Briv?
I feel like that's still supposed to mean something, but I'm just waiting to you for to get to the Mjolnir part.
You take a history class.
So
No.
at the same time, Orkira, you keep on trying to produce flame. I imagine like someone trying to turn their lighter on, and it finally clicks, and then it goes on for you, and it lights up the
There we
room.
go.
What was your question, Briv? I assumed you had your hand up.
Oh, I was waiting for Alyndra to.
Oh, Briv, yes.
So, I missed a lot of what thou did say just now, but why did they call them enclaves instead of just cities? It
Because
seems
some of
like
them
it's
weren't-
unnecessarily complicated.
Well, they were different. They served different functions. Some were more of the city type. Some were more of a groupings of people. They were all different, so they called them enclaves.
Have
because
we
just-
ever been to an enclave for comparison purposes?
I don't know if any of the places we've been could be classified as enclaves. Perhaps Stormherald, but I'm not sure.
I thought it was a ship or a fortress.
But why not
Well,
both?
yes.
Could be a bunch of things.
Can we agree to call them cities going forward?
Can we agree to get Thor's hammer back and leave this one?
Is the room, Alyndra, you can see a lot farther than I can. Is the whole room metal, or is it snow, or is it both?
The whole room is metal. And in all over the room are little capsules as well. Amber capsules, opaque.
Is there any other entrance or exit into this room?
No.
This looks like the end of the line, in other words.
Why you gotta put it like that? Why you gotta say it like that? I mean, Thor or Loki knew we were coming. There's no other way to get in and out of this room that we can see. This is obviously a trap.
Let's go. Let us go retrieve the hammer.
Yeah, wait. I'd like to hit my divine sense, undead celestials, fae, and fiends.
I can do that too.
You don't pick up anything.
Or anything that is unhallow.
You do pick up Widdle in a different way. And
Sure.
Widdle, as you've done this a couple of times, you notice that Widdle doesn't. You've become refined in your sense. It's clear that Widdle is not undead. She is something else.
She's like diet undead. She's like the patchouli of undead. Yeah.
She is the Daywalker.
Or she's Blade. Blade might be the. I'm going to call you Patchouli for now.
legally
There.
distinct Blade. Yeah. Let me ask you this: did Alyndra reveal to us that she sees ghosts?
Okay, she does.
Then I'm like, I don't feel any ghosts. I mean,
Okay, yeah,
Briv, do you feel ghosts?
you feel the remnants. But
oh, okay, those
not,
undead are
it's
there.
something.
You thought I meant the other undead.
Yeah, it feels extremely weak, like just the remnants of undead. This is the kind of undeath that you've rarely run into where this is like blasted. It's like just pieces.
So this is like the little like air that comes out of the Easy Cheese canister, like at the end.
This is the easy cheese of death.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then I look at Briv. I look at Briv and I look down at the shadow sword and I'm not too sure about it, so I draw the meteor sword in the other hand and I'm like, okay, let's go get it. And
Let us go. It's up in the air, right?
Slowly.
Did we say it's up in the air?
Yeah. I walk forward slowly.
You notice. I'm just going to say that you're probably perceptive enough to notice that this thing was made out of shadow, and woo, it's sharp.
No, yeah.
And the meteorite sword is already sharp. This one is like, it's sharp because in the sense that like this is where light is, and this is where light stops. That's how sharp it is now.
Where didst thou get that new blade, Freely?
I mean, I just made it, but then I came into the room and lightning hit it and it became real.
Canst thou make one for me?
Can I?
Maybe. I don't know.
Is it?
Yes, Orkira.
I know the two of you are all hot to trot about setting this trap off. There was that ball behind us that sucked up Alyndra's lightning, and now the floor made your sword out of lightning. Do we want to go maybe examine the ball before we set off the trap? Also, I can maybe take a moment and heal some other people before we set off.
What ball art thou
Freely
talking about?
Sighs very deeply, like, I said I'd listen. Okay, Alyndra, do you want to go back and look at the other room before we finish this room?
Why you gotta make me feel guilty about this, really? Come on, I'm just trying to keep you all alive.
No.
Kill a few people.
I understand.
We
I
calleth this positive tension.
I said we do it your way.
Do I want to go explore the ancient ruins more?
What ball? I feel like I have missed something.
It was in the ceiling, and it shot lightning out. When she shot her lightning, it sucked it up, and then it was like all the it happened. That was like 2 minutes ago, man. It's back there.
Yeah, remember we were dancing?
Oh, I missed the lightning part. I thought that the multiverse said lighting and not lightning, I believe. But yes, I am now clear.
I just feel like the best way to avoid a trap is to know what's about to happen.
Widdle set off fire in there and nothing happened. It only reacted to the lightning, right?
That is correct.
I don't think I have a way to generate lightning. I can do a pretty good amount of fire and eldritch damage, but not
I have lightning.
I think I do too, actually.
I mean, can you give like a little zap? Like a little zap. Like un poquito zap. And just, let's see what happens.
What you got, Penelope?
I mean, I'm a druid. I don't do anything small. It's gonna be a big one.
Well, but I don't want you to exhaust yourself needlessly. Yeah, although I guess it's not exhausting yourself for science.
Okay. Well, Widdle, what do you have?
I have a spell slot that's already been used.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
What are these words you say?
Nobody's capable of the old-fashioned shocking grasp, huh? We call that the water deep yuck yuck. Like nobody's got that one. I don't. But
I have fire and radiance and more fire and more radiance and a lot
Why
of
do
healing.
we need lightning? We are trying to shock the
Wait.
ball again.
I shoot Eldritch Blast up towards the ceiling. I can't see it, but I'm just kind of like, this feels like up. Just
So you're
shoot.
doing in the big room,
Yeah.
not the small room.
Yeah,
You're
the
shooting
ground.
Eldritch Blast out into the room.
Up
Yeah.
towards the ceiling. Up
I
towards
mean,
the
in
ceiling.
fairness, he waited for us to talk and everything. So,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, you shoot Eldritch Blast.
Now
and
I'm
nothing happens.
helping. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And if
Like-
that doesn't work, I do have lightning bolt.
Big guns.
Yeah. I think maybe save that for. Whoa! I know. Oh, I know why. I know why. These are defenses meant to stop Thor. Because Loki thought Thor would come here and want to fight with him, and Thor would be shooting lightning, and the lightning doesn't work in here.
But Thor's lazy and scaredy cat and got
But-
other
yeah,
people to do his dirty work.
no,
for
we
him.
know that, but Loki didn't know that. That's why the lightning doesn't work.
I think wait, but I thought Loki knew that we were coming because Penelope scryed on him and he could see her, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like this plan was set in motion a long time ago.
Was it?
I mean, he didn't just do this like this week. Like,
I mean, I don't know how fast can Loki work?
roughly how far is Mjolnir from us?
It's about, I would say, 500 feet into the center of the room.
jeez.
But is it up off the ground though?
Yes, it's just floating.
How far off the
Floating
ground?
how high off the ground?
500 feet.
Oh,
Oh,
Wait,
it's
what?
500 feet out and up?
Yep.
Oh.
He
I was
said
about
it
to
was
say,
this-
you see Freely's mage hand appears and starts floating upwards and goes about
It
30
won't
feet and
get
just
there.
winks out of
It's
existence.
a
Like,
bit
oh,
further.
oh. I mean, it's a good idea, though.
It's
are
It's
there
big.
any stalactites or stalagmites in this room?
There are not.
we do have
You
friends
said
who
that they're
fly with us.
canisters. How
There
are
are,
they positioned?
yes, little
That was
amber
what I wanted.
canisters everywhere.
To ask about what do they look like? Have I ever seen anything similar? Do I
You've
Would
never
they
seen
hold my
anything similar.
weight?
They kind of feel like glass, but they're softish. You know?
Have I read anything about something like this? Is this a creature? Is this an egg sac? Is
You
this
can give me an Arcana check. It is roughly humanoid sized for sure.
Oh, you said capsule, so I was thinking like tiny,
Are,
and
are
now
they floating in the air or are they on the ground?
They are connected all the way up and down the walls.
Does it look like I walk to one and put
Yeah.
my hands on it and start to like shake it? Will it hold my weight?
You start to shake it. It doesn't. You aren't able to loosen the canister, but when you do, a hand, because it begins to glow, a hand touches the outside of the glass.
Didst thou see that? Didst thou see that?
Yeah.
Something is alive in there.
19.
And your question again was?
If I had read anything about anything like this, if I knew any information about something like this.
These
the
look like
materials.
extremely ancient cloning chambers.
Are there any chests around by any chance?
There are no chests at all.
Is there anything else in this room that we might be able to use to open up one of these capsules?
I mean, violence. We brought that with us.
That's always a choice.
Yeah,
Certainly
right.
want to do that.
I mean,
I mean-
whether or not we want to and whether or not we should are not the
Why,
same.
The
why
hilts
would
would
we
do the trick.
need to?
I mean, they're here. Clearly, they're meant to be interacted with.
How far out does your true sight go?
It goes.
clarification while she's doing this. When we hit
120 feet.
when we hit our divine sense, the capsules did not resonate with anything undead, did they?
They did not.
Okay.
And I do also notice secret doors hidden by magic as well.
Nope, don't notice that either.
So, just to clarify, after Briv got a little bit frightened, or startled is a much better word because he is immune
or
to
stressed
frightened condition
or distressed.
So basically, does he think that this thing will hold his weight, or?
I mean, what when you say hold his weight, like
climb up on top of it and start jumping
totally,
across them to get to the hammer?
Okay, now I got you. Because it sounded like you were trying to hold its weight.
No. I'm trying to climb on top of it.
I wouldn't do it
to the nearest one, then jump to the nearest one and keep going.
Oh God. Okay. Yes. You can start doing that. That sounds like a terrible idea.
In the dark, where you can't see where the next one is.
Well, they're all Give me an athletics check, Briv.
Well, I mean, so I can't see where the next ones are though, because it's just pitch black.
It's not pitch black now.
Okay.
Okay. It's finally gone away.
Okay. Well, in that case, then yes, that is what Briv is trying to do.
I start hopping from capsule to capsule.
Did I just
crack every time he does?
Briv, you've got a peerless athlete, right?
I absolutely do, and I am using that bonus action to channel divinity, and basically what that is going to do is it is going to allow me to, let me read it to make sure I'm not embellishing anything here. I have advantage on athletics and acrobatics checks for the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
And the amount I can carry, push, drag, or lift is doubled. And the distance of my long and high jumps increases by 10 feet.
Perfect.
Okay, so I got a 26 on that first athletics check.
Yeah, you just see Briv just hopping from capsule to capsule.
While he's doing this, I'm going to turn to Widdle and Alyndra and say,
can either of you do that dimension door thing again?
Yeah, but I kind of wanted to see if Briv was going to make it up there first.
Well, I'm just thinking about a swift exit. Like, if he gets there and grabs the hammer and the trap gets set.
Sure. Yeah, I got that in my back pocket.
Okay, that's good. Because I can fly up there, but I then have to fly him back, and we're going to get stuck here.
I could get there, I couldn't get back.
Just to be clear, though, it's been longer than a minute, so the multiversal magic has worn off, but Briv is still singing.
I'm okay with this. It's a great song.
It is, and it is kind of like somewhat terrifying for you in particular, Widdle, because you can walk on any surface. And at this point, Briv, I'm going to say that you're now free soloing this spherical place. So now you're just hands on the ceiling, just swinging back and forth. And you're armored. Your metal bones don't make you light.
They're not light, no.
Yeah. So you are full on mission impossibling this at the moment. I don't know if you're having reservations, but I imagine Briv just kind of keeps on going no matter what.
Reservations are not something that Briv knows about.
Yeah.
So
you look down and you do see like, oh, everyone looks very tiny. Woo.
And then he's like, he'll put thee in thy grave. And then he's just basically going to like when he gets over the hammer, he's gonna drop on the hammer and try to grab it and pull it down to the ground with him.
And as he does that, I'm keeping an eye out for the inevitable trap that gets set off.
Okay.
And then Briv is just gonna, I am gonna like perch above and just say, "Is everyone ready?" And he doesn't explain what that means, but he just says, "Is everyone ready?"
I can dimension door Orkira, or I can wait until you get a little closer and cast Featherfall on you.
Easier, but I still enjoyed myself, and so he's going to drop and try to grab the hammer.
You drop right onto the hammer. You do drop so far into the hammer. I need you to take. Make me a Constitution saving throw because it's not really Dex.
Okay, I like that. That is. Let me see what my bonus is. I keep forgetting what.
It'll be 25 points of bludgeoning damage. As oh man, you remember the playground when you sometimes like miss a rung?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That happens all the time to Briv, but yeah, that's a 25 on the con check.
Okay.
Save.
You take half of 25.
Okay, that is 12.
It is a.
And what happens with the hammer though?
It begins to descend slowly.
Like, am I holding it or like?
You can if you want to be.
Yeah,
Right now,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
on
You're gonna
top
Mary
of it.
Poppins
I'm
on
Mary
down.
Poppins, yo.
Yeah, you're very awkward right now, but you can slide down onto the handle. Yeah,
That's
you
it.
see Briv slowly descending from the very center of the room, like Mary
Just a
Poppins.
spoonful of sugar.
Freely chokes up on both weapons, prepared for when these ghosts turn on us. It's about to go down.
Okay.
And if this is taking an awkwardly long amount of time,
Oh, it's
Briv is
super
like,
awkward. Yeah.
I am now the god of thunder. He's just like acting like he's Thor as he's flying with his hammer.
How are you acting like Thor?
I am acting like Thor. Well, I have gigantic muscles.
Yeah.
And I am saying that I am the god of thunder. And I'm being loud and brash. And bravado is filling the halls.
I know, to me you look like more like the god of hammers, but that's just me.
I mean, if this is going to take an hour, I'm going to attune to this thing.
As you are descending, and you pronounce that you are Thor, god of
In
thunder.
the place designed to trap Thor.
Yep.
I
I
need
have
you
no
to
regret.
make a dexterity saving throw
Okay, excellent.
at disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage. Well, that is still, so what is 15 plus? I rolled a 16 and a 15. So 22.
You take 75 points of lightning damage. You can have that.
Okay. So, oh my goodness, odd numbers.
Are you alive still?
32.
He'll
No,
come back to
no.
1. He's got his own.
Wait, 75.
He
30.
just, you see Briv just explode into lightning, and the lightning arcs all over the room as he does so. And then several of the chamber little pods start glowing.
37 for the record, if you didn't get there.
Okay.
I got it, thanks.
Yeah.
And he says, and Briv's like, see, I calleth the lightning.
I don't.
Okay, I believe you now. Just don't hurt yourself anymore.
The room starts to light up.
Widdle, I think now's the time to get him back here quickly.
I just move towards the nearest pod and like get ready. Like whatever comes out of this, I'm about to wreck.
Ooh, that's kind of tricky because I have to. You can only cast Dimension Door on yourself. You can take someone else with you as long as they are not heavier than you or bigger than you.
I am fine. Just commit this to thine memory where thou canst recreate it with a minor illusion later.
In 2 rounds, you will be.
No, you
In
can
2
bring
turns, you will be
one
on the
willing
ground.
creature that's your size or smaller.
Yeah, that just means like another medium creature, so you should be fine.
When you say on the ground, you mean like knocked out or
No,
like
on
I
the
land?
ground. No, not yet. You're okay. You'll be on the ground,
Got it.
safe and sentient.
Got it.
So
Just making sure.
no. Fair. It's fair. It's a fair anxiety. Yeah. You continue to descend, and immediately in front of Penelope, one of the caskets opens, and you see this weird, half-finished, fleshy creature. You can see its bones, almost like its skin has never seen sunlight. It's never created a dermis, and you can see the vein structure as well as it slowly climbs out of the pod, and it regards you with dull white eyes. Are you my friend?
Okay, let me think about that for a second. Freely?
My name is Freely.
Oh, okay.
It's not undead.
Oh, Okay, then yes, I'll be your friend.
It gets out of the sarcophagus and it is 14 feet tall.
Oh.
It was in the fetal position.
Nice to meet you.
Friend?
Friend, yes, friend good.
Who is Alyndra?
Why do you want to know, buddy?
She made me? I am Alyndra's child?
And she very much gets the slow rotation from
And Briv from up top. Wait, what am I missing down there?
And I'm looking at this creature that is 14 feet and all, 5 foot whatever of me is going.
Are you my mom?
My mommy.
If that thing puts on a gas mask, I'm burning this sacred relic of the cat to the
End of
ground. By the
episode.
way.
100%.
Like if this is the last episode of Heroes of the Plains. We all die in this room right now.
Have I ever seen anything like this? Can I tell anything about these creatures? Do I know anything in the lore about
It'll
these?
never be the last. We'll find new heroes of the something. We'll just rebrand.
Just for the record, if we're going that way, just that once, everybody lived though. I'd like to just point that out. Just put that out
True.
there.
Dr. Dances is the one episode.
Is this creature the only one that's emerged, or are there others?
Oh yeah, you see hands start to touch the other sarcophagi and start opening up.
I just want to say, as I'm floating down and this is happening down there, whenever I get within enough distance of the ground that Briv thinks he could survive like a free fall without like breaking his legs, I am trying to tuck Mjolnir into my bag of holding.
I can cast Featherfall on you if you do that. If you end up plummeting
I should
down.
be fine. Yeah, if you think I'm going too fast or something, feel free to with your reaction. But I'm just saying that I'm trying to get Mjolnir into the bag of holding.
Okay. You pop Mjolnir into the bag of holding right when it starts to spark up again.
Okay.
Right at that moment.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and you hit the ground and you kind of superhero land. Give me a dexterity saving throw to show me how cool this is, or how not cool.
Well, I am Peerless Athlete right now. Can I use an acrobatics check?
Absolutely.
Yes. So with advantage there, and I got that's a dirty 20.
Perfect. Yeah, you're fine. You do this very cool landing.
I will say, I walk over towards Alyndra and I'm like, I realized we were kind of apart for a little while there, and you guys, you did a lot of stuff before I joined the team.
They're cool children.
Yeah, no, this, I feel like this is something you maybe should have mentioned.
No, this is
What did I miss?
Yeah, I think I would have known if I had grandchildren.
I'm gonna ask the creature that spoke up, that's talking to Penelope. I'm gonna say,
How do you know the name Alyndra?
It was dark. And then there was lightning and light.
Oh, that was me.
And I was awake. And that is Mother.
You just know? Or did someone say something? Or did you hear something?
I don't know. I can sense it came from her.
Alyndra, follow-up question. Is like weird cloning like a family tradition? Because I feel like you kind of are your father's daughter type thing right now.
So many clones.
Look, I'm not one to deny anyone their chosen family. I suppose if magic is what gave these creatures life, and I was the source of that magic, then by their logic, then who is your father?
I mean, I did lightning too, so.
I don't know that I have one. Something old. Where
What
am
else
I
do you? What else do you remember?
now?
Anything?
No.
Okay.
Are any of the rest of them out of their capsules?
I am angry.
Why?
Oh, here it comes.
I think I'm supposed to be angry.
All babies cry when they are born.
It's
Briv.
okay. You don't have to be angry.
I'm just...
There's,
Yeah, We're
I
all
have
friends.
I have a memory. There was a man. There's a man with hair, long hair and a beard, and he wants to kill me. And I have to stop him.
Mm.
Oh, that was probably Thor.
But I don't remember anything before that. Or after that. I have to kill this man. Or
No,
I
if-
will die.
Get in line.
Why will you die?
That's what I remember. I remember feeling that I will die if I don't kill the man with the beard.
Hey,
So-
I know we just met, but do you mind if I examine you, make sure you're okay?
No, he's not okay. He's got like ribs and stuff poking out. Like, look at that. That's not okay.
He's not
The
done
other
cooking.
ones start opening up confused as well. All of these 14-foot, not undead, not quite clones, something, they're constructs for sure. Not fully formed. The other ones are actually, their skin isn't as see-through at all. They look, well, as normal as one can. In this room that is kind of filled with some mist and steam from the cold and your breath. But they start coming out of their sarcophagi as well and are also deeply confused.
And the one that I was talking to,
Hey, you mind if I give you an exam, make sure everything's gonna be okay?
Mother?
It's your body.
Yes.
You make the decisions.
You can examine me.
I would like to a medicine check, I guess, just like figure out more about what this creature is. Like, was this you said construct, but like, is this a clone? Is this a fully formed creature? When they talk about I'm gonna die if I don't kill Thor, is that a mental thing, or do I sense? Can I feel something in their bodies? It's
Yeah,
weird.
you do a medicine check.
Okay, all right.
While we're examining things, Briv, can I see that? We need to make sure it's the real thing and not bait in a very giant trap.
I can confirm that was
I can confirm that that was real because I felt it. As soon as it went into the bag of holding, it would have been gone from my sense, from my detect. What did I use? What did I use? Look at object.
Look at object.
What she
however,
said.
we're up against the god of trickery. If anybody would be able to discombobulate you, it'd be him.
Maybe, but so did I feel it leave my locate object sense when it went into the bag of holding?
Yes.
Okay. So as I'm like examining this creature, I'll explain that to them and say, well,
it's possible. I'm not going to say that I can't be fooled, but at least the spell thinks that's the real
If
hammer.
I take it out, it could electrocute all of us again.
No, I don't think you need to do that.
and I got a 22 on my medicine.
This flesh is very, very old and damaged, almost like it's been sitting at rest for an incredible amount of time. I mean, freezer burn wouldn't be necessarily a wrong way of putting it, but it's arcane flesh, and it's just been recently animated. This creature has no wrinkles of any kind.
So we know that Loki belonged to the land of the giants, yes?
Yes.
Would it not seem that perhaps his children would be quite large?
Makes sense.
Well, that kind of sucks.
Wait,
that
when didst thou have Congress with Loki?
I did
If
not.
thou art their mothers.
We established
Oh.
that their definition of parenthood has to do with the magic that formed them. So, because the magic that I cast earlier activated whatever it was that was keeping them in stasis and brought them out of stasis, they now see me as a mother, based on my magic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, me a
I
little,
had
little jealous, but okay.
no
you know.
relationship with Loki.
How
Very
many
well.
how many of these creatures are there?
There's now at least 30.
Oh, okay. Are there more coming, or are there 30?
No, there's 30.
Okay.
They 30 have crawled out of their sarcophagi.
I
But there
would
are
like-
a lot more sarcophagi in the room.
I would like to hit thaumaturgy to make my voice boom. And I just say, excuse me, everyone. If you could, just say, what's your mother's names?
We don't have a mother.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Okay, all right. So we're protecting baby boy here. The rest of these, we should probably go.
whoa, wait! Before we get there,
I'll go up to one of the other. Do they all look the same? Do they all look like the same creature?
They do.
I'll go up to the next one that's nearby.
hi. What's the last thing you remember?
I killed a tiny man. I
Which
killed a man with a
man?
beard.
Oh,
Yeah, no tiny men here. That's good.
Where is he?
I mean, if you killed him, he's nowhere. Or I
we shall bring him back for thee.
We will go with you.
Thou wilt not fit up the slide.
do these creatures bear any resemblance to the thing that was on the top of the mountain outside?
What are you? On top of the slide? No.
Yeah, the
They
thing
do
that
not.
drove the spike into the. Okay.
No.
Okay, great.
We are the greatest heroes of this age.
He just reaches a hand out to you, Orkira. May I?
Oh, may you what?
What is on your head?
I got a hat.
I'll take my hat off and offer my hat to the giant. It's not going to fit on his head, but I'm trying to make friends, so.
What's your armor class?
16? My hat's armor class is at least a 24. I'm just going to say.
It
Iron
grabs
helm.
your arm with all of its hand, encompassing your entire arm.
Hi.
Where's the man with the beard?
Unhand her immediately.
I'd like to minor illusion Thor's face because I've done it before. This man?
Oh man.
This dude wants to. I serve it up every day.
I serve it up every day.
Twice on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
If thou dost want to keep thine brand new
Oh
arm,
man, you
release
totally
her.
missed it. It should be twice on Thursdays.
It's true. But today's Tuesday. I'm here today.
Because it's Thor's Day.
It's a
Ah.
Thursday. Yay.
Come on, get with it.
If he is attacking me, I might have a reaction depending on what armor class he hit. But otherwise,
Yeah,
I would
but-
like to. Orkira is
I
nervous.
do need you to make a strength check.
Okay.
And I'm really sorry that I'm trying to find this very important information.
I get it. It's all right.
I got a 4.
Nice.
That's
mean-
bad. I mean, no, it's totally fine.
It's
You'll
super
lose your
good. It's super
arm.
good.
It's
You're about to
super
get
good.
yeeted. That's
Yeah,
what's about
there's
to happen.
another
I mean, maybe he just wants my
party
hat.
member with no arm.
I'll be upset if he
Yeah.
takes my hat, but
I mean,
like,
I thought it was really terrible when I lost my arm, but it's actually been a net gain, to tell you the truth. Yeah. But yes.
You try to create this illusion of Thor for like a good fraction of a second, it
Wait,
looks
that's
like
Loki,
Thor.
not Thor, right?
No,
A
I mean
light-
just go him Thor.
A tiny little lightning bolt goes from the floor itself, strikes your little minor illusion, and it turns the illusion. It melts and becomes an actual viscous liquid in your hand. I need you, and it starts burning immediately your hand. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw right now.
Oh, they
You got
3D
weave droppings on your hand.
They 3D printed my minor illusion. 24.
24? All right. Congratulations. You only take 27 points of magical acid damage
I hate it
on your
here.
hand.
Magical acid.
It just
No.
starts burning into the metal itself.
I would have pressed to digitate. I know it's gonna. If I press to digitate it, does it come off?
No. No.
Sorry, you said 27.
Yes.
Okay.
Orkira Ildrex?
Yeah, hi. Do
Yeah.
I still have a hat?
Sure.
That's
But
what you
Ask
worried
about
about?
the arm. You don't
I
have the
mean,
arm.
which
it's
arm
about-
were you using?
it's my right arm because I'm right-handed, so I would have taken off the hat. I handed it.
Your arm takes 37 points of bludgeoning damage as you feel it crack.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
Now.
I scream, and as a reaction, I'm gonna breathe in his face.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right.
I need this creature and any others within a 15-foot cone to make a
Natural
don't-
20.
oh.
Mm.
Okay, well then
So
never
yay,
mind.
chaos dice. Sorry.
Yay. So my arm gets crushed. She screams, and just as a reaction, because her head is cocked, this gas comes pouring out of her muzzle, and you kind of recognize it. It looks a little bit different, and it pours across this creature, but it does nothing. No!
Briv is jumping into action whenever he's allowed to here.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and roll initiative real quick.
Do I still have an arm, and is he still holding my arm?
Every bone in your arm is broken.
Okay, I can fix that
Ooh.
later as long as it's still attached. But that causes other problems. So we'll see what happens. Okay.
Dirty 20 this time.
Okay.
Can someone else take care of the numbers? I didn't have the thing up. I might be a little distracted not having, almost not having an arm anymore.
Yeah,
Literally can't
I got
write.
it.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I do just say out loud, I think I can get her down. I think I can get her down.
Is this creature still holding?
Oh, it's holding you up.
Oh.
You're
Okay,
slowly
we'll have
trying
to
to
chop
lift
its
you
arm
up off the ground.
Mm.
Whoa! Penelope coming in hot.
Hey, Penelope!
She finally
27.
rolled high.
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for Widdle's like -5. What'd you make up for initiative? You make up for speed. Oh, Widdle, what'd you get?
8.
Perfect. On brand.
Always the lowest. Gives me
Perfect.
time to think.
All right, Penelope.
You know,
wait.
that thing that Whittle's good at.
You're not last in the first round. You're first in the
First in-
second round.
Exactly.
It actually makes me happy every time you say
Hey,
it.
just a quick question: is this thing is not a humanoid by any chance?
It's humanoid-ish.
Oh,
It's a construct. But
Okay.
yeah. Okay, go
Wait,
ahead.
So it's
Penelope,
a
have fun.
construct, not a humanoid, then.
It is a construct, true. Yeah,
Okay.
it is not serving both. It is a purely construct. So,
Penelope just screams out in horror, "No!" and she casts Blight on this creature holding Orkira.
what's Blight do?
A necromantic energy washes over the creature and drains its moisture and vitality from it.
Okay, what's the saving throw?
Constitution.
That's unfortunate. It's got an 18. What is your...
So it'll be 30 points of necrotic damage, half on a save.
Okay. It takes 30 points of necrotic. Oh, half on that. So it takes 15 points of necrotic damage, and it just kind of like part of half of its face just kind of wilts and blackens, and pustules show up as it just kind of turns and look at you for a moment. Freely.
I think Briv's probably got a higher dex than I do.
Yeah.
Well, my
Go ahead. Yeah. Briv,
Go
ahead.
Player choice in 5e.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I can get her down. I'm pretty sure I can get her down.
Okay, go ahead.
Command, drop her. He needs to give me a wisdom save. It needs to beat a wisdom 16 or it will drop her.
It drops her.
Ah,
And she falls to the ground, and there's almost next to nothing of her arm.
Movement. I move towards her. I've done that. I move towards her and I put myself between her and it. So just like stand over her with my swords out. But that's it.
All right, you run over to her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Briv.
Question: the opening to this room that we came in, can they fit into that hallway?
It'll be a bit rough. Yeah, it'll be a bit tight.
Okay, then
They would have to get on their hands and knees.
Briv just says, "I believe it is time for a tactical retreat. Everyone make it to the hallway, and we will close them in here." And then I'm basically going to position myself to guard, hopefully, what will become the retreat, at least back to the tunnel where we can bottle them in.
Okay. Orkira, it is your turn.
Okay. Can I make it to the hallway without 20 billion attacks of opportunity? Or is it just this one?
Just this one is near you, and they're all coming over now as well.
Okay.
But how far away is the hallway at this point?
It can't be that far because I
If she
just
disengages.
walked a little bit.
It's a definite run.
Go. I got this. Go.
Well, so Todd, that being the case, I just want to kind of clarify. Briv is
You are
position,
trying to protect.
but,
Yeah,
but I'm also moving. Like, I don't want it to be one of those weird turn things where I'm like completely stuck. I'm trying to get everybody to kind of come with me.
I'm gonna say that you have a moving hold action. How about that?
Okay, that's good. All right.
Okay.
How would 50 feet of movement get me to Briv and beyond?
It will get you behind Briv and Freely, yeah. Well, Freely's already in front of you, between you and this 14-foot monstrosity.
Yep.
Okay.
But Briv is running over now as well.
Okay. I want to cast Wall of Fire, and I want to place it so that the burning side is, because I'm kind of picturing it like we're all close to the entranceway and this horde is coming towards us. So I want to use the Wall of Fire to block them from us. Is that possible? It is.
Because they can horseshoe, right?
Yeah, you can make it whatever
60
shape you
feet
want it.
long, 20 feet high, and 1 foot thick, and I can make the damaging part away from us. So I just want to know, can I bisect that line?
You can bisect that line.
The one that called Alyndra Mom, I want them on our side.
Okay. Are there semantic components?
There is, but I still have a second arm.
It's true.
And I still have my book because that's attached to my hip. And so I don't need to use my second. I don't have a shield or
That's true.
anything. So
Yeah, you're okay.
I grab the hat because grabbing something is a free action. I stick it in my bag. I grab the book and I cast Wall of Fire. Any creatures on the bad side of the wall need to make dexterity saving throws DC 18. Anything within 10 feet of that side of the wall. And if they succeed, they'll take half of this damage. If they fail, they'll take all of it.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll your damage.
It's 21 damage if they fail. Half if they succeed. It stays there. And it's an opaque wall, which means they can't see through it. I know that means that this creature is still going to get an attack of opportunity on me, but then I will use my movement to GTFO. But it can't see me anymore because I put a wall of fire between us.
Gotcha. Okay, so you are running. You cast
I'm
wall of
flying.
fire.
Yeah.
And how much is the damage?
If they failed, it was 21 fire damage. If they succeeded, it's half, and it's anyone 10 feet from the wall on their side, not our side.
So a blast wave of fire kind of explodes around Orkira, and also partially encompassing the hand that just crushed your arm of this giant, strange, fleshy 14-foot, newly awakened creature. You hear screams all throughout the cavern, all at once. Just hollers and is unearthly. And this creature takes the damage, full damage, and fire just kind of erupts around it, and it panics and starts screaming.
I know that feel.
And I will 50 feet back away.
What's your armor class?
It's 16, but I will have a reaction if it hits me.
It hits
Maybe.
you.
What did it hit?
Does the 23 do it?
Something. Yeah. Okay. It hits me.
You take 22 points of bludgeoning damage as it strikes you in the back.
I am still flying. But yeah,
Okay, that's your turn.
that's me. I fly past Briv with nothing left of my arm and not much left of anything else. I'm like, I'm trying. I really am.
All of them start seeming to back up and run. Having never seen or experienced fire before, they are absolutely, completely horrified by this moment. And a portal opens up right at the tunnel entrance, and you hear strangely pleasant music playing.
I have detect magic up. Is it enchantment or is it just music?
It's multiversal.
It's enchantment.
I know it is, but Alyndra does not know.
It is transmutation and conjuration at the same time, and it sounds like someone's whistling, and it just kind of sounds like It's probably a hard tune to whistle, and I also don't.
It's
want
like
to
they're
get sued.
humming Ricame Adophilis.
And this portal suddenly opens up magically because of a wonderful wild magic surge from someone who is currently in chat, and the simulacrum Avern walks out. Is everything okay?
No!
No!
They're very tall.
No, it's not.
Oh, gross.
Where have you been?
What?
Stay behind and cover our escape.
You told me to
No, do
protect
not.
Storm Herald. Wait, what's happening? Oh, what happened to your arm?
Bad things. Get back in the portal. We're coming.
Oh, well, I have to wait for all of you to go into the portal before I go. That's
But then let's go.
okay.
Makes sense.
All right, everyone in.
Less talking, more pulse jumping. Go,
Yeah,
go.
the moment I can leave, I do, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. Who wants to make a percentile roll for me?
I'll do
I
it.
do.
Let
Penelope?
Penelope
You
do
go,
it. Yep.
Penelope.
Go ahead and roll me a percentile die. A arc of lightning crackles from the floor, and you feel it kind of buzz, and you feel a hum as all your hair kind of bristles, and it strikes the simulacrum of Avern.
28.
Well, he got healed, so
Yeah, he
The
shouldn't
lightning strikes and hits him for a moment, and you are all running through the portal, and he starts running through the portal as well, and he just kind of stops. Nothing really matters.
What do you mean, Avern? You're coming with us, right?
If it lasts forever. And he slowly disintegrates
ah,
and becomes this viscous, corrosive blob that melts in front of you. His face melts, his body melts to the ground and into the floor, just burning and seething.
I shall remember this act of valor. I'm trying to like.
And you all
sneak in
get through the
before he gets
portal.
down.
Thank you, Avern. She steps through the portal.
Yeah, leave as soon as I can.
The portal closes.
Methinks this multiversal magic is truly, truly making our lives more interesting.
You all appear on Storm Herald as
But
you
it's-
pass through that portal. And for those wondering at home, yes, this is a real table from a very real D&D book.
We've established that Storm Herald has external weaponry, right?
You have.
Without saying a word, Freely goes over to the nearest gun and just lights up that giant. just boom, 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 boom.
Are you're just like shooting ballistas until with the direct cause of trying to cause an avalanche. You go ahead and just
Two things: more of an avalanche down there, and the thing that caused an avalanche on us, the thing with the mouth in its midsection. If it's there, it's getting eradicated.
okay.
And as Widdle sees Freely do this, she does turn off the safety mechanism.
Rapid fire mode engaged. Yeah.
You fire multiple ballistas off of Storm Herald. You strike into the ice itself, and it starts. The wall of that crevasse collapses underneath whatever aberration was there, and it slips into the ice as well.
Orkira is curled up on the ground, basically almost unconscious. but
Briv's definitely laying on hands with his last 15. Oh, and he's. I am trying to make it better, but
I know.
this is more Vine thing.
Yeah.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Freely
I wanted to
also-
blow up the whole iceberg anyway.
Freely also gives you his 10. Like, it's not much, but I'm gonna try. It's just try.
Yeah. I was down to 5.
You are going to need someone to make a medicine check on you to set the bones.
I mean, that's me. I'm making the medicine check on me. that's no one's making a medicine check on me. I'm making when Briv comes
You
over,
may
I'm like, all right,
have to
hold on.
walk. So there is a laboratory that you can take, Orkira. You took Avern the similar from there. You need to walk someone through this.
I mean, I have a +6.
Okay.
While they're trying to
do
save
not.
Orkira, I immediately after I lay on hands, I go to the command center. I go to the command center and I jump us back to the Frostfell.
Well, we have established you're not great at piloting Storm Herald, but you can go ahead. Yes.
I mean, I learned how to
Can
ease
we
into it
find a
little better.
pilot somewhere?
Widdle is right there.
It's, hey, repetition
Alyndra
is
flew this through
Freely has so much fun flying
I am
Storm
pointing
Herald.
in the right
I
direction.
don't
Re-
like to
We
say
have
no to
Widdle,
Freely.
we
He
have
looks like he's
Grant,
having
we
so much
have
fun.
Alyndra.
hey, repetition is the mother of skill. Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm missing an arm.
Yeah. I'm like, I didn't hear all these complaints when I saved everybody. No, we're leaving this plane.
Okay.
Yeah. well, while they're everybody's trying to save Orkira, of course. Like,
All right. I also need you to roll on a percentile die then.
87.
Oh shit, that's not bad.
Me.
Seems high.
It's because I can't roll a 187. Although I did just roll a 187 on that
How
giant down
freaking dare you?
I'm gonna put my D6 in front of it, so it's now 187 in front of me.
I just want like an undercover cop to appear or something like that.
Crawl out of the
True
ice.
sight. Yeah. So you suddenly appear in the Frostfell. Not very much of a difference of location, but all the energy from Storm Herald suddenly dies down, and Storm Herald floats gently down and starts crushing into the ice and snow at a bit of an angle as it does so.
We ran out of fuel.
I do need a medicine check from either Orkira or with a
I
help
have
act from
foreseen this
Orkira.
moment.
Okay.
It's a 16 on the die plus 6 plus whatever guidance I can try and roll for the advantage if you want to help.
Well, so my question is, we have to go to the laboratory. Before that happens, especially after I've gotten enough healing to not be at 5, is Thor here? Is that other giant here? The one that was calling Alyndra Mom?
If you want that other giant to be here, it's here. It sounded like you did. Yeah. So the giant crawled through.
Okay. I think then, as we're going to this laboratory, I think Orkira is trying to convince this other giant to come with and not be around Thor.
Is Thor there?
Yeah, Thor's there.
Is Thor here?
That's what I just asked. Is Thor there? Is this other giant there?
Like lemonade stand bar right now.
So he's not within eyesight.
Not like his back is to all of you, and he's like drinking another pint of ale.
Okay, so as Alyndra and I are heading, I'm just going to, under my breath, be like, get the giant, Alyndra, get your.
Give me a deception check. I want a deception check to make sure that the giant doesn't see Thor right there. Yeah.
Who, me?
You.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, she's.
That's a 9.
Well, yeah, like he's just gonna get thumped. That's what he does.
What? Is that the bearded man over there?
Probably
It
not.
is.
He looks at you,
No,
Alyndra.
I'm not sure we're going over here though, so you should come with us.
There are many bearded men. Look
Bearded.
at me.
Bearded man, right?
And bearded man.
Oh.
And bearded man. Many. So, onward.
Okay. Persuasion.
It maketh us look majestic.
16.
You
Good
do
enough.
look majestic, Briv.
Yeah, he follows you, Alyndra.
Okay.
All right, you get to the lab.
So it's a 22 before any bonuses.
Okay. She's going to need surgery and healing. So, I assume Alyndra is actually proficient with a scalpel as well and everything else, and how to set bones. You're gonna have to do all of that. And
Yes, how to
healing.
set bones. Surgery is. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I'll
It is
walk
the
you through it.
medicine skill, yeah.
I'll walk
Briv
you through
can
it,
heal
Alyndra.
several times as well.
Yeah, I've
as
still
needed.
got some. Yeah.
This is going to be a group effort.
Freely's got spell slots and also bardic inspiration, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and I need you need more. Go ahead and give the bardic inspiration. I would advise it.
You will have a D8. Hey, Alyndra.
Mm.
He just like stops and like takes her hand with his like non-mechanical hand. And she's like, "You got this. It's okay. This isn't the first time that we've helped our friend."
All right. So it's a D8 on
D8.
top of that.
And I'm helping. I mean, I will do
Yep.
my own healing. I will walk her through. I will just wince through the whole thing, my arm out on the table, being like,
No, just that one. A little bit
And
more to the left.
in case this is needed at any point, Briv is just there casting bless, and his prayers are utter nonsense. But thou art strong, thou art hardy, thou art super skilled, and he just continues to do this at opportune moments if she has to make a save.
And
Okay.
Penelope's just sitting in the corner. You got this, Alyndra! Guidance.
Widdle, I assume you're draining her blood.
No. I wouldn't do that. She's my friend.
Yeah, no one
I mean,
knows
if
that
it's
at any point.
consensual.
Right when
So we're
I
at a
decided.
plus 12 right now.
Right when I decided to let Widdle live.
Listen, Widdle set off a fireball to destroy a whole bunch of bags. She's my best friend right now.
All right. So what's the total?
So can I use that portented?
You can use the portents. You also have advantage because you are being helped by Orkira. So you can do one or the other.
Okay,
Well, actually,
so
you can roll with advantage and then use your portent.
Yep, just move that bone right there, just a little bit to the left. Yep, you got it.
so it still is better to use the portent. So that's a 16 plus 6 is 22 plus another 12.
Okay. Everyone together helps reset your arm.
Oh,
And
thank
they
you.
heal
But
it.
It was not supposed to be. All right, so the humerus and this and the metatarsals and tarsals and no, that's toes.
I wore
That's-
tassels one time.
It's a nice song though. Keep singing. Nope, that's a blood vessel. Don't clamp that off.
Oh,
I'm gonna need that.
oh.
Yep. Mhm.
All right.
You got this, Alyndra.
Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing great.
Yeah, and then if we connect the.
I believe they are doing fair.
I just intermittently I keep prestidigitating the blood away so this doesn't look nearly as terrible as it is. I'm like, no, it's going fine. It's good.
At
I'm
one
just gonna
point,
wait outside. This
do-
is too much blood for me.
at one point, Orkira with her
See y'all
good
later.
arm reaches into her bag and pulls out a blue jug and goes,
Hold on a second. Hot tea.
and makes a giant thing of hot tea and just starts guzzling it as she's trying to stay awake during her own surgery.
I get in her face and I get really, really close to Orkira's face and I say, don't go towards the light. Do not go towards the light.
Unless that light is fire, because thou dost really like fire.
I do, but no, I'm not going anywhere. Not yet. Do you want some hot tea?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. All
I'll
right.
take some.
Yeah, here you go. I got plenty. All right, Alyndra, go ahead and just push real hard, real hard.
1, 2, 3. You're doing great. You're doing great.
And then it's an episode of MASH.
And
Is
then
she
it's episode
alive?
smash.
Your arm is going to be okay.
It's in a
It
sling for a
taketh
Not
a
while.
the
village.
scar, but it's gonna be pretty cool.
I mean, I'll add it to the collection. I still got an arm. And you know what? Even if I didn't, we all got out of there alive, and that was the important part. So
Thou canst tell everyone that thou didst survive a knife fight. Oh, wait, actually, thou canst just say that thou didst survive being grappled by a giant and almost crushed to death. That sounds cooler. Go with that one.
that is pretty cool. Okay.
Be sure to mention it was because you're trying to give him a hat.
And I got the hat
That's
back.
cool.
Look.
And it's covered in blood. I'm like, oh.
Hey, Freely, can you help with this?
Before
you.
she even
Prestidigitator.
Yep.
I put it on my head, one-handed, because the other one's probably in a
Is that
sling. And I'm like,
sterile?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think. I hope.
Sorry, it's the blood loss.
All right.
All right, what do we
And
do
Alyndra
now
just
about...
kind of goes and collapses in a corner.
I'm gonna go collapse with her and just like put my good arm around her and say,
Thank you. I couldn't have done that. I mean, I could have, but it would have been bad if I had to do that by
I've
myself.
done
I
it
really.
without you. So
Well,
thank you.
hey, high five with the good arm.
So couple things. One, Alyndra, we might have your giant child aboard. 2, we need to decide if that's really Thor and we're really going to give him that hammer. 3, Storm Herald might be out of gas. It kind of floated to the ground. There's a bit of a crisis. Don't know if you noticed. It's fine.
And
Can we do this
4,
tomorrow?
thine little child, or big child, could possibly try to kill Thor, and we shall have to keep them apart.
Yeah, I feel like Thor would light that kid up. So if you kind of want him to like still be your child tomorrow, maybe don't let him try it.
Can we sequester them and deal with this tomorrow?
I mean, I personally could use a bit of a siesta, but you know.
It's been a
What?
long day and then several hours of surgery.
Can someone... Weren't we gonna talk to Odin to find out if this was really Thor? If we can... That's Thor, we can just give him the hammer, he can leave.
That was the plan, but I don't think Storm Herald's gonna make the jump.
What didst thou do?
I don't know. It's a weird construction. Apparently, it's like a multi-centuries-old former magical realm enclave. Anyway, so
Should we
who can even say?
perhaps let the certified pilots use it next time?
Hey, look, nobody was complaining when I got us away from like Dragon Apocalypse Zombieland with my flying skills, okay?
Hear
Huzzah.
the door creak open to the laboratory, and Widdle's head peeks in. Hey, Orkira,
Yeah?
I found some whiskey from when I first created Storm Herald. It's a good 12 year if you're interested.
Always.
Here you go.
Oh, you
By
want
the
some
way,
hot tea?
I would love some tea.
Are we trading alchemy jugs at this moment?
Yes.
Okay.
Just like mix them.
I mean,
Long Island.
I mean, like lend it. Yeah. So I hand you mine. You hand me yours. Oh, yours makes with. Oh, it's amazing. And she just guzzles. I won't
And
set
yours
it on
tastes
fire.
like what's that? English tea?
Oh yeah.
What's in English?
That's
It's,
something I learned about in Waterdeep.
It's like a common tea.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the darkest tea. It's got the highest amount of caffeine. I heard what you said about Storm Herald, and I actually believe it might be able to make the jump. She's old, but we might be able to make it work.
What do you need?
Well, I need to get rid of this Mind Flayer technology and get her back to her original glory.
Can we do that in enough time while we keep Thor? And do we? Does this person have a name? Do they have a name? Have they picked a name?
No one asked. It was very rude.
I was a little busy at the time. Sorry.
Is the giant here? Is that creature like we brought them
Awkwardly
to?
in the corner, yes.
Okay, because Alyndra and I like shepherded them so that they weren't near Thor.
Hey, what's your name?
I don't think I have a name.
I shall call thee Lumpy.
My name
What do
is-
you want to be called?
I don't know yet.
Slim.
You should allow them the time to pick their own name.
Yeah.
Names
What
have
are we
meaning and
supposed to
power.
call them in the meantime? Lumpy.
Does
I'm
anyone have a
sorry.
baby book?
You do see, you start smelling something burning in the room next door.
Oh no. Briv goes to see thinking it's food.
I just take a big whiff. What does it smell like? I'm familiar with things
You
burning.
smell food. It actually smells fantastic.
Okay, good. Then Orkira is going to continue to just sit
So
in the corner with Alyndra.
So we don't smell burning, we smell cooking.
Smells like cooking that's gone a bit far.
Oh,
I
no.
installed a new pit here on Storm Herald and someone is ruining it.
All right, you go into the kitchen. Anyone going with Briv?
I'll go.
Looking for white meat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go because, I'm planning on restoring this thing, and this is the opposite of what I want to happen.
You see, a bunch of vegetables. You see steak, and you see a bunch of fried potatoes, all of which are now burning. They've been cooking too long, and next to it is a journal.
Oh no.
And there is a teapot whistling, and the water is about a fifth of the way down. It's been whistling for a long time.
You think
Can
he
I-
was waiting for us to come back?
Can I pick up the journal and read the last entry?
I think I've found some friends. And that's our adventure. Thank you everyone for watching Heroes of the Plains.
What did I say on Twitter, you all? Those of you that saw it, what did I say on Twitter?
And what did I say? We were both right.
I hope you had a great time. Thank you so much for all the people who did participate in the wild magic rolls. They definitely change up the game for sure in ways that I did not think they would.
Huzzah.
So let's go around the room. Let's go ahead. Meagan Kenreck, who are you? Who do you play?
That's not
What you
fair
got
to ask
going
me
on?
who I am after that. I think my name's Meagan Kenreck. I'm on Twitter and Twitch at Meagan Kenreck, and you can find me here every Tuesday at 6 p.m. And I'm also on Todd Kenreck's YouTube channel where we talk about D&D.
Hope LaVelle.
Hi, I'm Hope LaVelle. You can follow me on Twitter at the Hope LaVelle. You can watch me here as always, and you can also listen to me play some D&D on Attackers of Opportunity wherever you can find podcasts.
Adam Bradford.
I am Adam, and I'm the CDO here at Demiplane, and I'm playing Briv Steelmarrow. You can find me on Twitter and everywhere where Demiplane is found. It's at Bad Eye Adam on Twitter and probably Bad Eye in all the other places.
B. Dave Walters.
B. Dave Walters, I say words about things. You can find me wherever fine streaming content can be located. I wasn't gonna say most importantly, but besides Tuesday, Thursday is the other pillar of my week on the Black Dice Society. Thursday at 4 on D&D, Twitch, and YouTube.
Lauren Urban.
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban. I'm the community manager for Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. I play Orkira, who is currently curled up next to Alyndra and turns to her and says,
I think you can add doctor to your list of titles now, right?
Just what she needs.
Yes! Oh, my parents always wanted me to go to med school.
This is like an emeritus thing or something.
I'm
Dr.
a cleric.
Alyndra,
I can,
Miss Woman.
I can offer that title. I can do that.
Jen Kretchmer.
Hello, I am Jen Kretchmer. You can find me on Twitter as Dreamwisp. You can find me streaming on Twitch as Dreamwisp Jen. I'm one of the authors on Candlekeep Mysteries. I am the creator of the Accessibility and Gaming Resource Guide, which you can find in my pinned tweet. And I love all of these humans.
And I guess that leaves me. I am Todd Kenreck. I am the creative manager over at Idle Champions. I do consulting. I've got a wonderful channel with my lovely wife Meagan, where we talk about D&D, and I live as long as chaotic evil lives. So that was our show. Thank you, Adam.
That's it. Thanks.
We're
Later,
that
Gators.
old.